Hello guys, welcome to our channel once again. So today we're gonna be talking about the latest episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. I don't know, before we go ahead, what did you think of the episode in general?
Well, actually, I watched. excuse me, I watched it twice, and
Yeah,
it was a little on the boring side. It was just like pretend drama.
yeah.
I just felt like the storylines were forced. You know,
Mm,
I mean,
mm-hmm.
I I didn't really like any part of it except for when they went to the market. I mean, we didn't really get to see much. The market, the view from the restaurant. You know, So, but the rest of it just seems like it was just kind of forced and some unkind things said. Yeah.
Yeah. I also felt that way. Like the episode was like I was like, I have already said that I was gonna do the episode. I'm telling you. It's not because I already set the live. I did actually set up the live before I did watch the episode.
Uh-huh.
Because I'm pretty sure that if I watched the episode before setting up the live, I literally don't think I would be doing it right now because everything was just drama. Like I say, I was on a movie set. Like that was how it felt to me. Like I was on a movie set, like watching behind the scenes of how shots are being taped. I was like, what's going on? Well, let's just go dive into it. The
Okay.
first drama that I felt like I was like, what the hell was going on was ever crying actress Drew. Because for me, I didn't understand. Literally, I sided with Kandi. I don't side with Kandi a lot, but I sided with Kandi when Kandi said sin action. Because how did it go from you're talking about a court case for $1,000
Right.
to crying and being all emotional and like, oh, my family, I was like, I also don't understand because if I was also there, I would think you were literally acting a drama because it just felt as if the cameraman told her action and she began, bringing the waterworks. Like, I felt like this was so fake, and the way she was like pushing, what's her name? Shereé, I was like, nobody understands your outburst. It didn't make sense.
Right. I just thought it was like bullshit. you know, I mean, to tell the truth, simply because, like, how do you go from talking to crying to normal talking again? You can't. Emotions don't run like that. You know?
Exactly. You just don't
Yeah.
turn off like that.
Yeah, it's like it's up and down. It's like a little roller coaster, you know. And I think Drew just needs a bigger storyline as her storyline starts to fizzle out because, if her and Ralph, if they get divorced, how is she any longer a housewife? I mean, well, a lot of them ain't housewives no more,
A
but
lot of them ain't housewives. So
nobody but Canny and Mon- Monyetta and who else?
no other person. Every other one's the baby mamas, boyfriends. Nobody's
Yeah,
a housewife there really. So
yeah, they're like single cougars.
single focus.
And a few saber
Oh my
tooths.
god.
Yeah, a few saber tooths too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And did you catch the part that that made me laugh when Kenya was like, well, you know what? Let's end this thing. Let's. How many are we? We're eight. Let's just contribute the $1,000. That was going to end it. I think she felt offended there because truly, I would not like if you were crying for a lawsuit of $1 million or even 100K, I would understand. I would understand. But for $1,000, it depends on the kind of person. I might be feeling bad that I'm owing somebody $1,000 because I don't have that. I don't have
Right.
that to just throw away.
Right.
But you are a celebrity. You have the money in your account. So you creating all this drama for $1,000. So when Kenya said that, I literally laughed. Like, how many of we were eight? Let's just divide ourselves, come up with the money, let's shut her up, let's go and pay this lady so that she shut.
Yeah.
And the way Drew was like, it's not about the money. And I was like, okay, so what is it about?
Exactly. It just lets you go, let you know that it's more was going on with her than this funky little $1,000. You know, $1,000. Hey, I'm pretty sure she got that kind of chump change running around the house.
She
You know,
does.
and to go back again, I don't understand if somebody is providing a service, okay? And I don't know if the girl bought the meal with her to cook or it was things out of Drew's kitchen already, the meat and whatever, whatever. But if somebody's providing a service, you pay them, regardless if you enjoyed it or not. It's their service, it's their charge. You know, it's not, hey, I mean, do you go in a restaurant and sit and eat and say, hey, I don't like that, I'm not paying for it, but you ate it? You ate half of it and then decide that you didn't like it and figure it's going to be free because you didn't like it. It doesn't work like that. You know, I don't get it. You know, pay the lady for her service and your ass wouldn't be in this problem right now.
The
You know?
fact that the fact that it's pissing me off is that the problem is not meant to be a problem for her.
Yeah,
There is someone that would tell me that is a problem for you. I would say yes, that is a problem for you. I would tell myself that is a problem for me
right. I just think that's
because the
just a
money
big
to me is
cover up.
much. Yeah, but for you, Drew, in short, for any other person in this cast, let me not even say only Drew. For any other person in this cast to tell me that somebody is suing you for $1,000, I will be looking at you like, are you okay? Because I would have thought that even if, okay, fine, she did the service, like you said, you didn't like the service, something went wrong somewhere, you know, and maybe there was a, break in transmission between the both of you, and you didn't end up paying her. Then she comes up and be like, okay, because you're a celebrity, I'm gonna take it to the tabloid. It's very easy. You call
Right,
her. Okay,
right,
I'm sorry. I made a mistake. I never knew it was gonna get this way. Okay, I owe you $1,000. Okay, take $2,000. Shut up. Get away from me. Keep
right,
quiet. You know, there's a
right,
way, like Kenya said, there is a way to shut this lady up.
right.
Because you guys have the money, you have the power, you have the connection. So for you to
Exactly.
come and say the money is $1,000 and you're making such huge, drama about it, and you're crying and you're being emotional about it, and you're getting upset that people are saying, okay, fine, if it's $1,000 as the issue, let's resolve it. Say
Yeah,
the truth. If that is not exactly your issue, say it. I just felt like at that moment, I felt like she was trying, she doesn't really like Shereé. She was just trying to create drama with Shereé or create this um problem with Shereé. So she just escalated it with and not expecting that people didn't, she thought that people were going to support her, her people, Moye and Kandi, not
right.
expecting them to be surprised that what exactly is going on. How did you switch up from this to that? That's what I thought was going on. I thought she just wanted to like, I'm gonna act a drama. I have people that will support me, but at the end of the day, they ended up looking at her like, baby girl, that was not expected.
Well, yeah, I mean, they brought that up at the last week's episode when they were all having a brunch at Drew's house, remember? And
Yeah, I remember.
she didn't react like that then. So why now, since you're out of the states, you would act like that and then run out the room. That was like just so damn dramatic, you know? I just, it was just so fake, you
And the
know?
fact that and the fact that she has done the same thing to Shereé
Right.
so many times, where she brings up issues that she sees on the tabloids about Shereé and brings it out in the front of the other women. Now the thing is, if you cannot take something, don't give it. Don't dish what you can't eat. Now that is the tables have been turned to you, you want to act emotional. But if you do it to
Hmm.
somebody else, it's like you're voicing your opinion. You just want to say your thoughts.
Right.
Let's stop being having stuff double standards. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, I think Drew is a tiny bit jealous of Sheree. You know, I
In
think she
what
is.
way? What would she be jealous for?
Well, simply because Sheree is independent. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen Sheree since her husband depend on a man, like for her finances, as far as what they've been showing us, you know. And then you have Drew. Drew couldn't even pick out her own house, remember?
Yeah.
You know, it seems like he calls the shots because basically they're living, I guess, off his money, his investments. I don't know, you know, but it just seems like Drew doesn't have much power in her household, and Sheree's a boss in her house. You know what I'm saying? And you do have
But it's
some
not
women.
Sheree's fault.
Well, I understand, but you do have some women like that, that, you know, they hate to see a woman a boss in her own palace. You know, when they feel
Mm,
like, hey, they're playing second nature to their king. If that makes any
yeah.
sense.
Yeah. You know,
You know, so
it was
that's what I
it was
seen.
a
Yeah, yeah, that's
yeah.
what I seen in that. You know, a little bit of jealousy.
Yeah. Mm, sorry. Um there was another double standard that happened in today's episode, and that was Moye coming for Marlo for talking about Roy. And I understood where Marlo was coming from. I understood the scenario. You're showing everybody your boyfriend, right? And you just put a screen on me, and I know this guy. Of course, like it's like a reflex action. I was just like, oh, I know this guy. It's this guy. Oh. And then you want to prove yourself that, oh, I do know this guy, and you went to the DMs. Marlo wasn't really like pushy, like trying to make a stand. It was Saya that literally tried to make it look as if what something that it was not. And now Maria is like, why did you have to? The part where she said, why did you have to go to the DMs? That was like, I didn't understand why you were getting pissed. You and Kenya literally went to the DMs and showed um Sheree the DMs that wasn't even in existence again, that Mattel was on Kenya's DM to prove your point. You brought out your phone, you went on Instagram. So now that somebody else is doing it, trying to prove that I do know this guy at one certain time, you're getting pissed off and you were like, she shouldn't have done that. Why do these women have double standards? When it's for somebody that is close to them, they feel like it should be protected. But when it's against their friends or people that they don't like, they feel like, "Okay, let's go wow." If you cannot, the thing is, if you know you want to give something, prepare to collect it back. Don't be coming here telling me that Marlo is not entitled to show her DMs, but Kenya is entitled to show her DMs.
Well, you know, if you remember, Monetta.
Yeah,
Okay, let me get my words together. She was a part of when Kenya was showing her DMs. Remember, she was sitting right there when Sheree came
yeah.
over there. She was right there. As soon as the grease started getting hot, she jumped her ass up and walked away. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like she was a part of that. And then she just excused herself. Like, okay, I don't want to be in this too deep. You was already there, boo. You know? So
Yeah.
yeah, it's some double standard, of who she rides with and how she rides. And that's a prerogative, but don't jump down another woman's mouth when hell she said she went out on a date with him and they met through her DMs and she did go out on a date. She didn't say they dated, a date.
She just said a date. Like she wasn't even like serious. She was just trying to prove that she don't know this guy. She does know him.
Right. Right. I mean, saying his first name right there should have told you. But, you know, hey, to show she wasn't lying, she showed her DM, and it was innocent, so I didn't think it was any malice in that at all.
Yeah, I did not. It was this other lady, Sanya, that was trying to make it malicious. But
Yeah.
but Marlo didn't try to cause any malice in between her saying that at all.
Right. Right.
There wasn't
Yeah.
any malice. Or she didn't mean it in a malicious way.
Yeah. She just stating a fact. That's it. But
So
that's not the way Kenya took it though.
but Kenya would always take anything different when it comes to Marlo.
Oh yeah.
When it comes to Marlo, all hats are off. Like even if Marlo says the sky is blue, Kenya will be like, I'm not sure. The sky is red. As far as it's coming from the mouth from Marlo, everything Marlo vomits, everything Marlo says is malicious and bad and evil, and always coming from a place of hate. So Kenya's part, I do understand. But the fact that Kenya will go as far as saying that the date that the guy that Marlo is dating is not real, when your guy is only through phone calls, we see him, he just does breathe in and breathe out. It doesn't, there's no, we don't see the connection is between the both of you. You have the guts to question somebody else's relationship.
Right. And even though when we see Kenya and this little dude, it's like there's no chemistry. I mean, she'll bat her eyes
Hey,
and laugh, and you
there
know,
is no.
he he delivered that food like he was the delivery man. Like, hey,
I
I've delivered to you before. Hey, Kenya, how you
Yeah,
doing?
and I'm heading out
Hey,
now.
Brooklyn, how you doing? Let me leave. He act like he was the delivery man. He didn't act like, hey, this is somebody I'm digging, you know? And she was just batting her eyes and, all that stuff, I was like, okay, this some fake shit. you know? Why are you showing us this?
There's no atom of like you see someone, you be like, okay, I can feel that there is a little bit of likeness going here. We're not even talking about love. I can feel there's a little bit of like in the atmosphere, or even lost.
Right, right.
I can't even say lost or even like before we even talk about love. I've
Hmm.
seen neither of them. The guy is always on the phone smiling sheepishly,
Right.
like, hi there, and they don't talk for so long, and you can literally stay there and criticize another person's relationship. That we've seen, he has gone on dates with this lady,
Hmm.
different from yours.
Oh,
He has
yeah.
gone on dates with her, taking her out, even came on the brunch that was prepared for everybody on the cast with their spouses or
Exactly.
whoever they are dating. He came there.
Yeah.
Yours was not there.
Yeah. And even was on the
You made an
phone.
excuse for him. He
Yeah.
called on the phone, and you have the right, you have the guts to say, "Oh, the relationship is fake." Kenya, you're so. I don't know why she's jealous of Marlo, because I feel like there's nothing to be jealous about. You are also as beautiful, if not more beautiful than Marlo.
Yeah, yeah, but they're two different types of ladies. Marlo's from the streets. You see what I'm saying? She's
Mhm.
hood. She's hood that turned herself into a lady. You know what I'm saying? and where Kenya, we seen the problems she had with her mom, raised by her dad and her grandmother, you know, and then I guess maybe it was some type of rejection there as she was like in her teens or something. I don't know what happened with her and her dad, you know, but I just think Kenya is envious. I wouldn't really call it jealousy, envious, because Marlo, she'll show you her battle scars. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And Kenya puts makeup on hers. If that
Mm.
if that makes any sense. She'll put
Mm-hmm.
makeup
I
on them
do.
and make them look pretty because she doesn't want the world to really see. Marlo, you can see her battle scars. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But she went from hood to a woman. That hood mentality, that foster care running away. Look, you got to be a strong little chick to go through all that and survive, and to be able to tell your story and live your truth. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's a little envy in there, because how they handle their situations. Look, when Kenya was you could tell Kenya was being verbally abused when she was married. He was
Yeah, yeah,
disrespectful as hell, calling her Ken, and then I guess that was a key word for her to straighten up, or it's going to be some shit later tonight. I don't know. But, you can tell she had been verbally abused. He probably raised his hand, you know, yelled and screamed, walked up on her. Yeah, any woman at first sight that's not used to that shit, they get kind of afraid. And Kenya been through it before with the little young dude, tearing up her stuff and coming over, messing up her house and her car, and you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
Kenya, she kind of puts things to the back burner and try and act like, hey, it doesn't affect her, and it really does. Because you could tell how she relates with other women. She's just fucking mean. you know I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that I'm mean, but I don't think I'm that mean. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Kenya is a very mean girl.
well, yeah. I mean, I'm the type of person. I give you the same energy you give me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because I read rooms when I walk in. I read everybody. I just about know what you're thinking. And I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna be me. But if we, happen to have words, depending on how those words are, and the tone, and the eye contact and the body language is how I'm gonna perceive you, and I'm gonna give you back exactly what you're giving me. But to get back on Kenya and Marlo, two different women deal with their pain two different ways.
Mm. That makes sense. Um, did you see the part where Mattel called Shereé? Like, these people can never be jokers. And what is so funny to me is that you know that they're not together and they are still playing this out of the show.
Yeah, everybody already figured that out. Well, they taped the show like what, 3 months back or 4 months back before they actually show it to us. So we're talking about
Yeah,
stuff that happened 3 4 months back. So in real time, now that we know that everything was staged and fake, when we look at this, It's just more acting, more fakery, more fuckery. Like, why? I don't get it. Ratings, huh? Damn. They just can't nobody just be themselves. You
Well,
know?
I feel like when why why even if she wanted to lie about a relationship, it still doesn't I still don't get it. Even if she wanted to lie about a relationship, why lie with Mattel? Because if I want to choose somebody I want to lie about a relationship, at least I would choose a decent guy, not
Well, you,
someone like Mattel.
yeah, I know, but right now these women are just going fucking crazy over Martell. You got the Martell ho hos, and then you got the Martell no nos. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you got some women that, hey, it's like if you treat your wife like that, well, why would I want to get with you so you can fucking treat me that way? You know what I'm saying? Those are the no nos. Now the ho hos, those are the ones that's all in his DM, trying to figure out where he at, where he gonna be, so they can pull their best outfit out and you know go show themselves and be like the next one. Pick me. I'll be the next test dummy. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
he's hot commodity right now, whether it's positive or negative. He's hot right now. Everybody's talking about him. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's talking about him. All on YouTube, everywhere. Everybody. So
Um,
that's what makes him a little superstar.
the best candidates.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Um, and let's fast forward to Drew after the whole going to the market. I quite enjoyed their going to the market. It looked natural. But there's something I wanted to
Yes.
point out. Let's before we talk about this thing I wanted to talk about the
Mhm.
fact that when I did not understand why um Kenya had to go to the hospital. So just a simple fall. I'm sorry. I felt like just something I could just stand up, dust off myself, and I'm ready to go.
Oh, now you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I have hit that same bone before, fell
Yeah.
straight on my ass. I'm telling you, it hurt. If I say it brings tears to a grown woman's eyes, yes. It shakes your whole skeletal system. You know what I'm saying? And it does
Mm-hmm.
hurt. And then you're going to hurt for days afterwards. It's like you can't sit right. You got to kind of like put one thigh up higher than the other. That shit hurts. So if she did hit that bone, yeah, she kind of jacked herself up. And
No,
then
but
you got to consider her age too. See what I'm saying? And
no,
then did you look? Did you look at the
I
shoes? Did you look at her shoes?
I did look at everything. I did consider our age. I considered the pavement. I considered everything. But
Yeah,
the fact, what where I'm basing, like looking at it, I didn't see that it was such a serious fall. No, she went to the hospital and they did a scan. There was nothing wrong. They just gave
yeah.
her painkillers at the end of the day.
Right. I mean, when I fell, I just went and laid my ass down somewhere and got me an ice pack. You know what I'm saying? And
And
I might have had a stiff drink afterwards. I'm just saying, I wouldn't have went to
well,
the hospital because I could still move
let
my feet and my legs and my
exactly.
toes.
I feel like every single time something. Okay, let me not say the other time. The other time she was really sick. She had anxiety and everything. But I felt like it's just that baby girl, rich lady. Well, they're rich, so they live a different lifestyle. So I'm
You
not
talking
gonna
about
fault that.
Munchausen disease?
I'm,
You know what that
I'm
is,
gonna.
right? Munchausen disease is like when you need the attention. Is that what you're trying to say? That she's an
hmm
attention whore?
Yeah,
it,
no, surely, yeah,
it could be. I mean, hell, we all have
she loves
anxiety.
attention.
Yeah, we all have
She
anxiety.
loves to be the but that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to not be over too biased because feeling, yes, even if I had that fall, I would literally feel the pain. And I'm
Yeah,
much, much, much younger than um Kenya, much, much, much younger than her.
right.
And I'm looking at her age and everything, but still,
Yeah,
at the end of the day,
I was
she's still, yeah,
I was looking at those cheap ass little slippers she had on that had no damn grip, and then you're on slick ass like towel like,
flaws.
yeah,
Yeah.
pavers. I don't know if it had like little um variations in the stone. You see what I'm saying, as far as like
Yeah.
a pattern in it, but and then it's rain, and you got on those non-slip cheap ass 99-cent little house shoes. Like, what the hell were you thinking? You know what I'm saying? I I I
The
didn't get
the
it.
person that I felt bad for was Candy that had to accompany her to the hospital
Yeah.
and stay with her or true.
Yeah, I hate the hospital. That's something I just, oh, I
Oh, we
hate going
agree
up
on
there.
that. I
I,
hate the
I
hospital.
hate it. I hate the smell.
The smell
Everybody.
alone makes me sick.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, Candy's a trooper. Cause I would have been like, you have to pick somebody
Yeah,
else. I'm leaving in the
she
morning, remember?
she did try because I don't think I would stay 6 hours just
Yeah.
for them to tell me that there's no. I think if I was Candy, I will get pissed off with Kenya because if I was to wait in the waiting area for 6 hours, they will finally get to see the doctor. Then after they do the whatever scan they did, and they now told me that there's nothing wrong with you. I I think I might punch you because then what was the essence of me wasting 6 hours of my life when
Right.
when I could literally be out there with the girls having fun,
Yeah, but
eating.
what the hell was they doing? Painting little tiny hearts and stars and shit. That looked boring as hell. How come they didn't get like a
But I,
vase or
but
something?
at least it would have been better because Candy didn't enjoy it. She was like, she didn't know this was how it was going to be. Because I'm pretty sure that if Candy had an idea that she was going to have to wait for 6 hours plus, I don't think Candy would have volunteered to follow her to the hospital. Let's be truthful.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry. I probably wouldn't have did it, because I would have been like, look, we're gonna have to get a nurse up in your room, take her to her room. Let's see if we can get a nurse practitioner up here, you know. Let's see if they can, hit her knees, make sure her knees are jumping right. If her knees are jumping right, okay, you fine. You know what I'm saying?
I felt like just something of a simple physio would have just treated.
Right. And I didn't understand why they were waiting so long. Like the show ain't got no clout out there. You know,
Oh, the
that's what I was wondering. Like, what the hell? The show don't have no clout.
I remember when Marlo said,
Shit.
I
But wait a
thought
minute, she
Candy
came
was
through.
worldwide.
Look, out here, when you take a ride in the ambulance, you're going straight into the
Oh,
room and you're being seen like right away because that's an emergency.
yeah,
You came by paramedic. Out there, what the hell? They went by paramedic and then they was in a room with everybody else in a waiting room.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't,
That was that was literally funny. Like
yeah,
they were like, we needed somebody to go there and say she's a VIP, she's a VIP, she's a star. I'm like, oh, that was Portugal. That is not the US of A. So
yeah,
don't think that they do like they don't know you there.
yeah,
They
seriously.
don't
Like,
know any of you there.
exactly. Like, what was Candy
None
supposed
of
to get
you.
up and start singing and dancing? I'm Kandi Burruss.
You all are just
I'm a
tourists.
I'm an award winning singer and I act. Yeah. Like, was she supposed to just give
When
her
you are not
resume?
Beyonce or
Yeah.
Rihanna or those big names that we know, like you just see them like, oh, this is you're not that. Yeah, let's be realistic. You're just only popular in the US.
Exactly.
After
Exactly.
that, nowhere else.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, not unless she was gonna get up and sing and dance. Then a few people might have known who the hell she was. I
That
mean,
was
and
very
plus she had a
funny.
mask on. She had a mask on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
just felt like the show should have had more clout and more access to doctors and nurses, like on
or they should have been
standby.
somebody that
Yeah.
could have put a call through to somebody there and be like, okay, you need to attend to these people quickly. I don't think they were very swift with it.
Well,
Didn't make sense.
even a doctor or a nurse practitioner on standby that's working with the show while you guys are out there, you're paying for their time. They're there in case one of these women get hurt.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I didn't understand it, but it was just kind of crazy to me.
exactly. Um, okay. Let's talk about this Drew. As in, did you notice the part that when they were trying to tell Drew that Candy said some kind of things, when they were trying to tell Drew that when she was having a bust out the other day, that Candy was like she felt like she was just acting drama, and she didn't want to refer back to Candy, and she kept on talking about Sheree and how Sheree made her feel like that. It felt awkward, like you literally cannot. And the way Moye lied that, oh, I didn't hear Candy say that. Like these ladies, now I'm beginning to believe what Sheree and Malu says, that this lady that is Drew and Moye, they literally stay stuck in Candy's ass. Like if Candy says move, they move. If Candy says don't move, they move. Because Moye was here there. She heard when Candy said thing
Right.
about the acting of Drew. She was
Right.
there. But coming here and lying that she never heard that just because she didn't want people to say things about Candy, to be realistic. You come for every other person when they do anything wrong. But when it comes to Candy, you don't want to say anything. You should would lie. And the fact the way Drew ignored it, like the as in, I was like, no, this girl is an actress. Even when they were like, we're talking about Candy here, she was like, yeah, I know we're talking about Candy, but I still want to go and refer. And the way she talked about Marlo and said, when they talked about with Marlo, I'm like, she was like, she felt some kind of way because of the way Marlo came at her. It's been episode what? And you're still feeling one kind of way. Drew is a drama queen, please. You're still feeling one
Yeah.
kind of way since episode what? And Malo apologized and she was like, okay, as far as I from now on I see your actions about it, I was like, what? 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 You are not her mother, you're not her friend, you're nothing to her. Like Malo can stay without talking to you.
Right.
But because of this show, you can't just be beefing each other. You guys have to talk. And she's like, she apologized. You were not She didn't apologize to her for not for being insensitive, but she apologized to you. And you're saying that if um you would only watch her and see if she starts changing from now on. That statement, like, see the way Marlo face changed. I knew Marlo wanted to say something, but I knew she held it in. Like, and let me not make any word out.
Yeah, Marlo, I see she's not really trying to make everything negative about her. You know what I'm saying? She's trying to keep it cool, trying to keep it positive. You know, Drew is really trying to use these acting skills. Maybe she's trying to sharpen herself for Candy's play that's supposed to be coming up, or I don't know. But she is just an actress. Even with Ralph's cousin at the bar after Kenya fell, she was sitting over there acting like she was like appalled, but you're laughing. You're laughing and you're not saying, hey, that ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? Don't say that. You're sitting over there laughing. And what makes you think that that was karma? When what's her name? Is it
Courtney.
Courtney? Yeah, Courtney
Yeah,
made
Courtney.
that statement. Karma has a way of finding its
Yeah.
way. She's a mean girl, and that was really uncalled for. I felt, and like, why are you even putting your 2 cents in? You know what I'm saying? You didn't show an
Uh-huh.
ounce of concern, but you want to make it a that's what the mean girl gets joke, you know? So, and then for Drew to sit there, like I said, join in the conversation, and then on her little sidebar um, interview, she's like, well, that wasn't right, da, 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 da. But you're sitting there, you're laughing,
Yeah, the
and
lady, she's such an actress.
yeah, she keeps shit
See,
going.
now I understand why she lives. I literally would not believe watching the show. If
Hmm.
Drew should tell me something, I would not believe until I find out myself. And the way hers is that she would make you so much believe in what she's saying.
Hmm.
She would make you look like the fool for not believing her. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's when
Well,
she goes into that role, she just brings out everything. She's a good actress. She should, instead of doing it and behaving like this, she should put that effort, that acting skill into her career. Probably she might go far
yeah, I mean, her
because it's
acting,
wasting here.
yeah, her acting evidently isn't that good. I mean, I seen through the bullshit. Candy seen through it. You know, when Candy called her out and told her, "Hey, I'm not gonna sit here and lie on you. I know what you did. I know what I seen. My eyes can't unsee it." And if you looked at the little uh thing that they were showing, the little film that they were showing when they had their bolo days, uh,
Mm-hmm.
she did kiss her. I remember
That's
because
why, yeah, right? Yeah.
yeah, they were humping and they were like getting it on seriously, and I was just like, stop. Don't blame it on the liquor. Don't blame it on the liquor. That's all I kept saying is don't blame it on the liquor. You know what I'm saying? I don't care
Yeah.
how buzzed or drunk I may get. I am not gonna kiss another girl. I'm not gonna let another girl touch my booty. I, Girl, look, I will break your wrist.
Except if it's like something you wanted to do, because sometimes we always use alcohol to hide.
Yeah, but
You
I
know,
will break your wrist.
I'm
So
pretty sure she wanted to do that normally, but she was trying to use the alcohol to hide the fact that that was what she wanted to do. But using the alcohol, I was drunk, and the way she still lied, like Candy was like, I would literally not lie. Like, why would I want to lie about that to you?
right.
And she kept on acting those her drama. Was like, you don't care about me. I'm a friend. Like, she would not put up this baby face. And if you were watching the episode for the first time, you would be like, man, these ladies are bullying Drew. Drew is a baby. That she pulls up that face of, I'm a saint, I'm a good girl, you're just trying to come for me. And I'm like, babes, call through the bullshit. You
Yeah,
were
but
lying.
okay, but wait a minute. Didn't Drew right before the Bolo incident? Didn't she get called out with the preacher?
Exactly.
Okay, and her and Ralph was going through some things then. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
I mean,
I'm
she's a serial cheater.
I'm kind of thinking that, Drew is like, hey, I'm gonna get it wherever I can. I'm gonna give me some sexual action somewhere, you know. So when that Bolo thing happened, shoot, Drew was all in. You would have thought that Drew was Andrew, shit, because she was acting aggressive. She was acting like a dude, you know?
And the fact is that you will not even believe that she can do that.
Well, she got that
That's
innocent
how
look.
innocent looking she is.
Yeah, she looks innocent, but shit, she gets down on both sides of the coin.
Yeah.
Which, hey,
She
it's okay. It's okay. I mean, if that's your thing, you know what I'm saying? Just be true to who you really are. I don't have a
yeah.
problem with it.
Well,
You know.
I'm glad to see that her and Candy are getting to it. Like they're going to have an issue because she's always protective of Candy. Even if Candy is wrong, she's always in support of Candy. And to see that now her and Candy are going to have this altercation, I'm loving it.
Right.
I
Well,
want to see her.
I think Candy can't stand a liar. I'm
Yeah,
like
I think
that.
I think at this moment Candy is tired of her bullshit.
Yeah.
I think at this moment she's just like, you know what? I'm over this nonsense. I'm over all your dramas. I'm over all your acting. I'm just tired of it because you could see it all through this episode. You could see that there was this amount of ick or let's say disgust that Candy had whenever Drew was, trying to act out anything with anybody.
Right. Right. I mean,
Because for her to go as far as saying that you've literally had issues with everybody, almost everybody on this table that I didn't feel like was necessary or to be on, stretched out, and you made those things stretched out. I'm like, this one person. That's one thing about worshiping somebody. She has always looked at Candy's, worship the feet of Candy without respecting yourself, and look at how the person views you.
hmm
She doesn't rate you for anything, and I'm like, you know what? That's good on her. I'm literally happy that they are actually gotten to this stage where they have to fight with each other because then if it's any other person, they'll be suppressing themselves. I want to see what's gonna go on now is between the both of them. I
yeah.
want to see how it's gonna go.
But Candy's gonna call her out on her bullshit.
No,
That's
Candy's
what's
still
gonna
going to call her
happen.
out on a bullshit. Like Candy, one thing about Candy is that she's not gonna be scared to say it to your face.
No, definitely not.
She's going to say either it hurts you or not. She's gonna say that thing she feels about you to your face. How it
Yeah.
is, how she feels. She's just gonna say, you know what, this is how it is. She's going to say it. So I don't think I'm just going to see how next week. And next week, a lot of things will be going. The breakup, the cheating with another lady. Like I can't wait to see that.
Yeah. Well, I just tripped off when production asked Drew about Ty. She just like
Oh my
just
god!
just just start bawling, and I'm like, oh,
I
she is
kept on.
guilty
I
as
said, what
hell.
the hell?
Well, you don't bawl like that not unless you're really guilty.
Exactly. Already, no. See, the moment she was asked that question, and she immediately they asked the question, she started crying. Then I was like, this lady is guilty as fuck. Because
Yep.
why the water works? Why are you crying? They asked you a simple question.
Yeah.
Did
Eh,
you or did you not?
Yeah.
It's a simple question that
Yeah.
could be answered in few seconds. I didn't, or I did. And you started crying.
Yeah.
For
You know.
what reason?
Yeah, she could have said hell to the no.
Or hell to
No.
the yes. Nobody's gonna kill you.
Exactly. Well, that little tidbit is probably what pushes Ralph on out the door. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Because I'm pretty sure, Atlanta, I'm assuming it's not that large, and everybody runs in the same social circles. So I'm pretty sure before it hit the blogs, it got to him,
Yeah, of course.
you
Of
know.
course.
So they probably already had that conversation where he was just like, "Hey, I'm done. I'm done with this marriage. I'm done with, you know." So when they asked about Ty, they probably already had that conversation, And that's what all them tears was about because, hey, he got all the evidence he needed. He's out, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I can't wait to
I
see that either. So,
I
I just
I
want to see
can't
how it unfolds.
I can't wait to see that. I also want to see how that will unfold. I have lost interest on Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm just watching right now just to see how the things unfolded with the marriage, what really happened, how she started getting together with this Thai lady. I want to see how it started, where it went, or where it's going right now. Like, that's just what I want to see. Well,
Yeah. I just want to see, if they're going to try and switch up or, I just want to see when I can call bullshit because, I can smell bullshit from a mile away. So I just want to keep watching just so I can see if I can call bullshit the next time we meet.
yeah. Well, thank you guys for joining us. We have actually covered everything. This season has been like terrible, very terrible. With the way this season is terrible, I don't know how next season is gonna be. In short, I don't even hope or pray for them to be in next season. Like the show should be ended, cut off, or change of cast.
I
In
agree with the
short,
change of cast.
change of cast.
Hmm.
Because I do not understand what is going on here. Kandi is saying she's very busy with the SWV, their career. Like, go with that. I loved when this lady told her Marlo, you just can't work yourself to death. Like, you have to take care of yourself.
Yeah, you have to
Don't
choose
always
one
be
or
talking
the other.
about work, 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 work. You said?
I said you have to choose one or the other.
Yeah. Always walk, 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 walk. You're going to get tired. Something would happen. At the end of the day, this money you're scared of not making, this money you're scared of, you're gonna die and leave that behind. It's not like you're gonna take the money you made and die with you and go wherever you have to go. It's gonna remain here. And people that don't deserve it, people that didn't work hard with you, people that didn't know how hard you worked for that money, are those that would enjoy the money.
Right. Yeah,
I really hope
I think Candy just really wants to be in the forefront. You know what I'm saying? If she can have her hand in everything, that's
she
what
wants
her
to be in
hands
the
are
A
gonna
list.
do.
She wants to be amongst the A-listers.
Yeah. Wherever she can put her hands at, that's where she's gonna put her hands at. Money is
That
everywhere. you know.
that's gonna take a long time for her to be on the A list. And she's
Mm,
not getting younger. So there are younger generations coming up, like younger musicians, you know, singing the rave that people like, the kind of beats people like, the younger generations are interested in. So how long do you think you want to be in competition with that?
shoot, I would have been done retired. you know,
Oh my god.
I'm not good at twerking, so I would have been done retired.
Oh my god. Let's just see how it's gonna play out for her. Well, guys, thank you very much for joining us today. Thank you. I don't know if I said it before we started. If you're not subscribed, please click on the subscribe button down below to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like and comment on this video because the more you like the videos, the more YouTube recommends the video. And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye,
Bye.
Queen. Bye, Queen.
Bye.